You are watching The Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. We have been blessed with an interesting perspective on cancer treatment over the last half hour. Chef Sharon is, she is, I say a raw food activist is one of the words that I call you, but I think overall you just are an educator. You're someone that is very passionate about educating people on things that are often not presented to them.
Correct.
Basically, there's a lot of information in this country, obviously, that we don't get a chance to hear through mainstream media. One of the reasons why we create a show like The Guy Dawson Show, and also my radio show over at PR Connections Radio, Vegas All Net Radio, is that we want to create platforms for people to present ideas in a little bit different environment than we've traditionally been presented in. And you've been talking about cancer over the last few minutes. Let's get into some of the outcomes, the results of diet, and how it is causing cancer to really fester and to become such a part of our society now. They say, what is it, 1 in almost 2 people end up with cancer nowadays.
Yep, and it's going to get worse if we don't wake up and pay attention. One of the biggest things, I guess, that is my axe to grind, so to speak, is when you see groups of people, parents in particular, and when we all sit there listening, go, yes, we have to change our diets and we have to get our kids to eat healthy, and that's all well and good, and it's nothing but lip service. You, mom and dad, are doing absolutely nothing to make that happen. Why? You don't eat fruits and vegetables, so why should your kids? Continue to condone the fact, oh, my kids don't like vegetables, and they love hearing you say that, so they can use that to manipulate you. It starts at home, boys and girls. Don't blame it on the schools. Don't blame it on kindergarten. It starts at home. When basketball and ballet and gym are more important than mom sitting down with her kids and her family and fixing a meal, we have a problem. And that's what's happened in this country. We've put all these other sports and all these other events ahead of the health and the well-being of our children. And we have allowed our children to control us. Oh, I don't like that. Tough. When I was growing up, you didn't have an option. You ate it at least once to try it, to see if you liked it. Then if you didn't like it, your opinion was validated. You don't have to eat it. But to say you don't like it and you've never eaten it, or because it's green, what does that mean? It's green. And strawberries are red. And limes are green. What does that mean? It's green. And so when parents continue to condone these types of behaviors, it continues from a child into teenage, into adult years. Don't think that these formative years that you are denying your child the proper nutrition isn't going to have its effect on your child as an adult, because it is. You want to know why there's so much ADD and ADHD even amongst adults? Take a look at the diet. When your body runs out of the raw materials that it needs in order to function every single day, it starts to break down. And then it starts showing you signs and symptoms. Guess what? Something's not working right. Oh, let me go to the doctor. Let me go get a pill. Let me go suppress that because it hurts. You need to know why it's hurting. You hurt because your body is telling you something's wrong. It doesn't mean go run to the doctor and get a pill or take an ibuprofen. You need to pay attention to your body talking to you. And it's usually a sign that your body is running out of nutrition. It's not in your food. I don't care if you eat organic. I don't care if you eat raw. I don't care if you're vegan, paleo, vegetarian, Nutrisystem, whatever. It's just not in the food. You have to supplement, because many of the nutritional elements that are necessary for the body to function are found in such minuscule amounts that you know damn well you're not getting it in the food. If I'm telling you need 0.00003 milligrams of something, you think you're going to get it in your food? No, because those minerals are grown in this country. They are deposited in layers, and different parts of the country have different types of mineral base. You're not going to find selenium in the state of Ohio, but you need selenium for your brain, for brain function. Okay? Same way with other types of product, other types of foods. You cannot assume that just because it's organic that it's going to contain the 60 minerals that you need every single day to function. And some of them are names most of you can't even pronounce, and you didn't even know you needed them. So the nutritional part of cancer, and I'm getting back to that, is part of the other piece to the equation. As our diet gets worse and worse, it accelerates our body running out of the basic nutrition that it needs to function every day. So as we rob that reserve bank, so to speak, as we rob that bank more and more and more of that nutritional value, our bodies start to break down. If you notice, most people, when do they usually start to get their first gray hair?
Early 30s.
There you go. You know why?
Why?
First sign your body's running out of copper at 30. You go, so what does that mean? Copper is necessary on the blood vessel. It's necessary for what's called tensile strength. The tensile strength is what allows a blood vessel to expand and to contract. When you are deficient in copper, the blood vessel collapses and people have to have a stent put in. Heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can see where just a simple copper deficiency can cause heart problems.
So may I ask you, Chef Sharon, what is the perfect amount or the right amount for us to take on the regular base? Let's say few pieces of toaster, whole wheat, multigrains, or what would be your suggestion? Big,
No grains.
Potatoes?
No grains,
No grains.
no wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats.
What would
No oats.
No oats?
As in oatmeal. I don't care if it's steel cut, doesn't matter. Because they have found a protein in oatmeal that mimics the gluten protein that's found in wheat.
So what would be your suggestion we should take? Seems like a lot of things
You
we
have,
should.
right, as far
should
as
stop.
grains go, you have quinoa, you have amaranth, you can do brown rice, you can
Brown
do
rice.
teff. There are others that you can do that are not, and they're not grains, they're actually seeds. And that's why they don't contain gluten. My favorite one is quinoa, because you can do everything with quinoa.
I love quinoa. It's
Yes.
really good.
It's
It's
the
as good
best.
or better than rice.
Absolutely. You can make cereals with it. I make one that's called, it's a pizza quinoa, but it's not pizza, but it has the pizza flavor. You can use it as a cereal. You can make black bean and quinoa burgers. I mean, there's just so much that you can do. It's loaded with protein, loaded with fiber, loaded with amino acids, loaded with probiotics and things to help digestion. So on the note, as far as cancer is concerned, our best defense at this stage is changing our diet, because we are creating the right, again, environment for cancer cells to thrive. They love sugar, all right? And when you go to Cancer Treatments of America or your favorite oncologist, you're going to find they have candy in the waiting room. Really?
Yeah.
I know.
We're running a little short on time, Chef Sharon, but I want everyone to know how they can visit your website, get in contact with you to learn more about healthy eating, nutrition, and cancer, which is really a topic that's very relevant to our society today.
Absolutely. My website is therawtruthonline.com. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see there's a tab that says The Raw Truth About Cancer. That is a membership site, and I did it specifically for not only cancer patients, but for people who want to know preventative. What can I do to keep from getting? So if you have or you want to prevent, take a look at it on the website, rawtruthonline.com.
Chef Sharon is a raw food advocate and a wealth of knowledge when it comes to eating healthier and preparing yourself for a world that is a lot of lives are being lost to this bad food. And we're definitely going to have you come back, Chef Sharon, and share more things that we can do to be healthier and live longer.
Absolutely, you got it.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have another controversial guest. His name is Jim Blocky, and he wrote an interesting book about our educational system. In the next portion of the show, don't go away. We'll be back with more of The Guy Dawson Show.